Another Bears video coming at you as Ryan Poles has sounded off on Roquan Smith's trade request. We'll get into that and some other notes from today's FanFest in just a moment. But you're in charge. You're Ryan Poles. You're making the decisions, at least for this question. What do you want to do with Roquan Smith? Type T if you want to trade him. Type K if you want to keep him. I would prefer to keep him. You make the decision. T for trade, or you can type K for keep. You're watching Bears Now by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham. Appreciate you guys for clicking on this video. If you joined us on our live show earlier today, then you would know that Roquan Smith has requested a trade from the Chicago Bears. And predictably, GM Ryan Poles unannounced press conference where he released a statement and took a couple of questions before he walked out. So probably shouldn't call it a full press conference, but he did sound off and give his side of things and the Bears side of things on this situation. Let's get to a couple of quotes that I think are worth mentioning. He led it off by saying, "My feelings for Roquan haven't changed at all, which makes me really disappointed with where we're at right now. There are record-setting pieces for this contract that I thought would show him the respect that he deserves, and obviously that hasn't been the case. I thought we'd be in a better situation, to be completely honest with you." I just wish we had more specifics on what the Bears' offer was. You read Roquan's statement, it sounds like they're lowballing the hell out of him. You read Ryan Poles' statement, he thinks it's a fair offer with some record-setting numbers in there. Now, does he mean total money, guaranteed money, annual value? Hard to say. If it's annual value, I think it's a pretty good deal for Roquan because that would mean it's over $20 million per year. I just wish there were more specifics that were out there, but I understand why that's not the case. More from Poles here, because he was asked, do you want to trade him or not? He said, right now, my intentions are to make sure Roquan is on this team. At the end of the day, we have to do what's best for the team. He also talked about how building homegrown talent is a philosophy of his and that Roquan fits that category and that he wants to keep him here. This does not sound like a GM that wants to trade Roquan Smith. So you add all this up, what Roquan said earlier, which we'll get to his statements again in just a little bit, Ryan Poles' statements, Bears want Roquan. Roquan wants the Bears. Get it done. Everyone wants him to be here. He wants to be here. He made that clear. He still was at FanFest today despite requesting a trade. It would have been perfectly logical for him to stay home today. I don't think anybody would have had any issue with that whatsoever, but he requested a trade and he was still there. He's been present with his teammates. He just wants to be fairly compensated. Now, maybe he's asking for too much. I don't know. Ryan Poles feels like he's made a fair offer. Roquan Smith obviously does not. Now, Matt Eberflus also talked with the media. Not surprisingly, he didn't get too much into it because that's not his area of expertise. He says, things in this business happen. I didn't really have any reaction. I was disappointed in that. We're working forward. Ryan is working on it. We'll see where it goes. Eberflus, very much a football guy. He's going to keep his head down, get this team ready to go. But deep down, you got to think, yeah, he'd like to have Roquan Smith at his disposal. So what do you think? Will Roquan get a new deal with the Bears? Type Y for yes, type N for no. We'll make this the pinned comment on today's video. Will Roquan Smith get a new deal with the Chicago Bears? In case you did miss it, I do want to reread Roquan's statement from earlier, and this is what it was. Walking these hallways the past 4 years, you can feel the spirit. You feel the pressure to live up to that timeless history, that great legacy. I dreamed of playing like Wilbur Marshall, Singletary, Briggs, Urlacher, Butkus. Since the day I was drafted, I vowed to play this position at a level that upheld the standard that was set before me, to uphold that respect and honor, and I have. Unfortunately, the new front office regime doesn't value me here. They've refused to negotiate in good faith. Every step of this journey has been take it or leave it. The deal sent to me is one that would have been bad for myself and for the entire linebacker market if I signed it. I've been trying to get something done that's fair since April, but their focus has been on trying to take advantage of me. I wanted to be a Bear for my entire career, helping this team bring a Super Bowl back to our city. However, they have left me no choice other than to request a trade that allows me to play for an organization that truly values what I bring to the table. I haven't had a chance to talk to the McCaskey family, and maybe they can salvage this, but as of right now, I don't see a path back to the organization I truly love. I hope and pray that you all can understand. I'm deeply sorry it's come to this. Well, let me first say this. Roquan Smith needs to hire an agent. He's been negotiating without an agent. This is the second time he's had a holdout situation. Remember his rookie year, couldn't get his rookie contract done, and he missed some of training camp. Now this year as well. I want to understand Roquan's side because I get he needs and wants to get paid, and I understand all that. But this is kind of what happens when an agent's not involved. And Poles even admitted that. He said it's been difficult not negotiating with an agent. It's just a trickier, unique situation. So I think hiring an agent would really help this situation now. I think it would expedite things one way or another, whether it was a contract or a trade. We'll see if Roquan considers that, but one thing that's clear, Roquan likes being a Bear. He wants to be here. He wouldn't be at practice with his teammates if he didn't. And you read that statement, you can tell he does. And the Bears want him here too. I got to think that a deal can still get done. But with the trade requests out there, it's obviously possible that he will not be here. I'll tell you what, whether he gets traded or signs a new deal, we'll break it down, whatever happens with Roquan and any other Chicago Bears news and rumors updates that drop on a daily basis. We have got you covered, so subscribe, hit that big red button, and share that link below with a friend. It's youtube.com/Bears Now. No one is going to cover the Bears like we will here on YouTube. Now, there is some other stuff we need to get to, especially this right here. Bears Fan Fest, it's the practice at Soldier Field that they have every year. And another receiver goes down. David Moore left Soldier Field, carted off the field actually, with a right leg injury. Could not put any weight on it. Doesn't sound or look good. And now receivers are dropping like flies for the Bears. They are getting very, very thin at the wide receiver position. Heading into the preseason opener, which is just 4 days away actually, this Saturday afternoon. These are the current guys out. N'Keal Harry, ankle injury, high ankle sprain, probably out 5 or 6 weeks. Byron Pringle, quad injury. He's going to be out for a little while. David Moore now with a leg injury. Seems pretty serious. We don't have full details, but it does seem pretty serious. Also, Velus Jones Jr., day-to-day. We don't know the injury, but he is day-to-day. Did not practice again today. Dante Pettis is also day-to-day. He didn't practice. You're down 5 of probably your top 8 or 9 receivers at camp right now. I mean, you've got Darnell Mooney, Equinemius St. Brown, and that's kind of your top guys. Tajay Sharp was getting work today. Kevin Shaw was getting work in there as well. You're pretty thin at this position at this point in time. We'll talk more about this and potentially take a look at some receivers that the Bears could sign or trade for, but we do have a deal for you guys. The t-shirt combo is back. You can get both of these shirts for 40% off at a price of just $29.99. That's like $15 a shirt. Usually it's $50. Right now it's only $29.99. Pick one up today at chatsports.com/BearsCombo. That is chatsports.com/BearsCombo. Get a Bears 2-pack t-shirt deal today for this reduced price. Great deal. Link is in the comments and in the description of this video. So you look at the depth chart now, with all these guys banged up, Harry, Pringle, David Moore, Velus Jones is out, Dante Pettis. I haven't even been able to update it all on the depth chart. You got to sign a receiver. I mean, let's be honest. You have got to sign a wide receiver if you are the Chicago Bears. Even if it's just a camp body for now, you got to get someone else in there because you just don't have enough at that position at this point in time. And quite frankly, there's some guys out there that could not only help you get through this time, but could actually help you during the season as well. We'll show you who those guys are here in just a moment. Should the Bears sign a receiver? Pretty simple. Type S for sign, type P for pass. You don't need one. I think you do, so I'm typing my S for sign. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think these are some realistic free agent receivers that you could go out and sign. Dede Westbrook, who recently worked out with the 49ers. He's looking to find a way onto a roster right now. Will Fuller, ton of injuries, but if he's healthy right now, I think he could actually give you a little punch on this offense. T.Y. Hilton, who obviously has the Eberflus connection during his time in Indianapolis. It sounds like he still wants to play. We'll see if it's Colt or bust for him. Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders, a couple of guys that can man the slot. I like Sanders a little more. I think he's more dynamic, can play a little outside too if you need him to. Him and Fuller would be the two guys that would intrigue me the most as players that could come in here and I think actually contribute during the regular season as well, not just get you through this tricky time as guys are out. Other free agent receivers, these are kind of the long shot, not interested category, but notable names. Odell Beckham Jr., he's not going to sign until he's healthy in the middle of the season. He'll probably sign with a contender. Doesn't really make sense for the Bears right now. Antonio Brown, I don't even know if he wants to play football. I don't want anything to do with him, but he is still unsigned. And then Deshaun Jackson, I think if he plays, it'll be for a team that has a chance to win a Super Bowl, obviously barring something unforeseen that does not appear to be the Bears this season. And then some trade targets. We've talked about Tyler Lockett a couple times. I don't know if he's truly available, but he would be a player I'm interested in. Honestly, a Roquan Smith trade with Lockett coming back and some other pieces in there could be intriguing if Roquan is determined to leave. And then the rest of these guys are kind of, these fringe guys fighting for roster spots. Jalen Reagor in Philadelphia, Preston Williams, Darius Slayton, KJ Hamler. I kind of view these quartet of guys, kind of like the N'Keal Harry trade. You give them a 7th-round pick, they get a fresh start in Chicago. Wouldn't give up any major capital for any of those players. Assuming Lockett is a long shot, which I got to think it is, it's then Pickens on the trade block. So, but there are enough free agents that you can bring in a player or two that could help you in the preseason and into the regular season as well. Got to think the Bears are going to work out some receivers because they're dropping like flies. You got for sure 2 guys that are going to miss real time in N'Keal Harry and Pringle. Probably David Moore today. The guy got carted off the field. That tells me he's going to miss some time for sure. Velus Jones and Dante Pettis are day-to-day, but no guarantee they play this Saturday. Got to get a receiver in camp if you are the Chicago Bears. So name a receiver that you want the Bears to sign or trade for, or name multiple receivers to be quite frank. We just showed you a bunch. Surely you can pick 1 or 2. Let us know what you guys think in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you love the Bears. This 2 videos a day thing probably going to continue because a lot of news and rumors continue to circulate. So hit that sub button, and we'll see you next time.